I was able to stack up 22,800 points for Search First Wave Husks in trials this week on Dam Battlegrounds during an electromagnetic storm. You will find a much higher volume of husks on all maps during this event, so make sure you select it for this specific challenge. There are two major areas where most of your husks are going to be found, and that is the Red Lakes and the Swamp, with majority of them being clustered near the old battlegrounds on the west side of the map. The diamonds indicate where barrens are, which will explode with fire after you've completed the breach. You will want a full match for this, which you can get 100% of the time if you queue in right when the event starts. All games at the top of the hour will be full matches, so plan accordingly. 5 minutes into the event, you're liable to get join in progress games, so keep that in mind as you plan for this challenge. Depending on your spawn, you will want to head towards Red Lakes or the Swamp, whichever is closest to you. During this event, you will want to watch out for husks that are electrified. You will be able to visually see the electricity on the breach spot of the husks while you're breaching them. To avoid being shocked, you need to dodge roll away immediately after you complete the breach. If you fail to do this in time, you will be shocked and stunned for about 1 to 2 seconds, but you won't take any damage from it. The other piece to look out for are the lightning strikes from the electromagnetic storm, which do a decent amount of damage if you're hit by one. They seem to do a bit less damage than they did during Season 1, but you still want to make sure that you're avoiding them. Worst case, you miss the dodge, which stuns you right as the lightning strikes, and you take full amount of damage from it. I recommend looting the containers at least partially for the arc power cells that you can find within them. Arc power cells are a great way to recharge 2 bars of your shield, and it saves your actual shield rechargers for more critical moments that may come up later in the round. You can also find some really rare items like Rocketeer drivers occasionally inside the husks, so it can be worth your time to look. But that said, if you've gone on the expedition like I have, the time it takes to breach and reveal all the loot takes a really long time, and you may sacrifice your trial score if you choose to loot everything as you go. There are 3 different husks you can breach and search for this challenge, which are First Wave Wasps, which are smaller and harder to spot but much faster to breach. There are First Wave Rocketeers, which are large silver and circular drones with the prominent 4 large thrusters on the outsides. Then there are the First Wave Queens, called Barons, which are massive, hard to miss, and emit explosive fire when you breach them. These also take the longest to breach. All 3 versions will earn you 600 points per search of their container. Other objects you will find in volume on this specific event is downed couriers and probes, and those do not count for this challenge, so make sure you avoid breaching those and losing your valuable time. In general, all husks will often be clustered near each other, so if you find one type of husk, you're more than likely to find another that's close by. Within the Red Lake specifically, you will find the smaller husks more commonly by the rusted out raider structures and buildings in the center island, but they can also just be in the lake itself as well. The Baron in the middle of the collapsed wall is the most risky one to breach and search, as there is usually a sentinel sniper turret positioned in this area that's overlooking this specific spot. In order to breach and search this Baron, you absolutely need to take out that sentinel before you do it. I don't recommend trying to take the sentinel turret head on. Instead, what I recommend is rotating up behind it and using some kind of a grenade on the turret itself. I used seeker grenades, which you can buy from Apollo, and it only took 2 to fully eliminate a sentinel turret. Once the sentinel turret is taken out, you can breach and search the Baron as long as the Rocketeer that patrols the area isn't nearby. The Baron's fire explosion will pull the attention of all nearby enemies, so keep that in mind as you breach these beasts. Beyond that, try to avoid all fights whenever possible, and if you find yourself in one, do what you can to end it super quick. And then lastly, if you come across a husk that's already been breached and searched, don't worry. You get your trials points for the searching portion of the task, so this is actually a benefit to you and you end up saving time on the breach. Once you've breached and searched as many husks as you can within your time window, extract back to Speranza, collect your loot if you haven't already, and stack up some serious score for this trials challenge. That's going to be it for me today, y'all. Thanks for watching.